Alright guys, how you doing? How you doing? Good evening. It's 5:30, so it's 5 o'clock somewhere. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday. So I'm getting a lot of people coming to me, and people that I haven't signed up, but I guess I'm really motivating, so they are coming to me asking questions, which I completely love. I absolutely love, and oh my gosh, my eyebrows are not even. How crazy is that? I'm sorry. Anyway, so I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about some things that really stand out to me when it comes to people that are, need advice or are just kind of stuck right now. So the first thing is goals. When coming on to an online business, you need to have goals. And if you don't have goals, then you're not going to have things to look forward to, things to get to, things that keep you motivated. You absolutely need to have goals. I made a collage, just a little collage. I actually got the idea from Nick Anderson. So if any of you ever want some great tips about goals and stuff, Nick Anderson, YouTube, awesome stuff right there. Like crazy awesome. But you need to have goals. Goals are essential to being able to be successful in this business. One of my major goals is I'm really into the tiny house movement. So I would absolutely love to be living in a tiny house. Yes, I'm a family of 5, and yes, my girls from Ohio like to come down and stay with mom and dad. I like the tiny house thing. That is a goal of mine. I want to be able to live in a tiny house, and I want to also be able to be debt-free. Completely debt-free, not have to worry about any kind of debt whatsoever. And also one of my goals is to be able for my husband not to be able to have to work. I want him to be able to stay home. He's served 12 years in the military, and he's been on 4 combat tours, and I absolutely want to be able to have him home every day, every night, so we don't have to be any more apart from each other than what we've already been in the 8 years that we've been together. And he can spend time with the kids. So those are some of my goals. That is what comes to my next point, is your drive. Those goals right there drive me to want to succeed. I think that's wonderful, and that's your thing, Heather, is Plexus is your thing. Mine is a completely different thing. I want to be able to help people online start their own business, which Plexus is for someone who absolutely loves it and it helps them and whatnot. That's great. But I'm really into being able to help people succeed with online businessing, marketing, being able to, focus on, back to what I'm saying, back to your goals. We have 2 new cars because our other cars that we had for many years broke down, so we had to trade them in. So we have 2 2015 Fords, and we absolutely love our cars, and we've worked really hard in our lives to be able to build up, to be able to have that, to go to a conventional dealership and be like, hey, we want this car right here, and and we were able to do that. And that's really something that we have worked for. It's a goal in our life that we have actually obtained now. We have these 2 wonderful cars. The one is less than, I think, a month old? Less than a month old. Has, I think we're just now hitting 2,000 miles on it, maybe. Not even that.
I don't think it's going to get 1,000 miles on it quite yet.
Might not even have 1,000 on it. And our other one, since we've had since January, just hit 6,000. So, that was something that we focused on. That's something that we have been working on since we got together. I started out at 18 years old with my first car, and I went through a buy here, pay here, and I worked up to it. And we've just, constantly, we've worked up to now we have 2 awesome cars, brand new, drove them off the lot. They both had 4 miles on them. So that is a goal. So now we've reached that goal, we're going on to different goals. And one of my goals that I've always had is to be able to work from home. I have a medical condition that's called Ehlers-Danlos type 3. And also I have fibromyalgia. And I know a lot of people, deal with fibromyalgia. They go to work, so on and so forth. Well, add the Ehlers-Danlos on top of it, and I dislocate very easily. Um, the ER, unfortunately, is home to me sometimes. But being able to work if I'm down because of an injury or my immune system crashes or anything like that, being able to work from home has always been a goal for me. And when I met Nico online, when he sent me the email and I invested my time and a little bit of money into having this online business, it's like so many things opened up to me. So many things finally clicked into place. I absolutely love that even when I'm having one of my really, really bad days, or a fibro flare, or say my hip dislocates, which happened a couple days ago. It was not fun, believe me. I had 5 guys in my house that I had never met before, and I was completely naked. So, funny story to that. I know it's off topic, but it was really funny. The paramedics were here, and I had to... I was naked, and I said, hey guys, can you go find me some clothes? They literally brought me this tight red dress and a thong. Like, seriously, I'm sitting here with my leg dislocated, and you guys bring me a thong and a tight red dress. But anyway, back to topic. Back to topic, the goals. You need to focus on that. A lot of people will be like, hey, yeah, I want to be able to succeed. I want to be able to bring people into it. I have this. You know, I want to live in a mansion. I want to have all these fancy cars, to live the good life. That's great. Those are great goals to have. And, you know, I absolutely, you know, kudos to you. Those are your goals that you want to have. That's awesome. Everyone has what they want. And those are great goals for long term. Short-term goals are things that you can focus on right now. Say you want to be able to pay off a credit card. You want to be able to quit your 9-to-5 job. You want to be able to pay off your student loans. Something that is obtainable, that when you get to that goal, you're like, man, I made that goal. I want to bring in, you know, 100 people into Online Sales Pro. I want to get, you know, 5 signups and rise on Digital Altitude. Those are goals that are obtainable. Is it going to make you rich and famous overnight? No, it's not going to make you rich and famous overnight. And if you have that kind of mentality, I'm sorry, but you're probably not going to succeed in this business. You have to be persistent. You have to be consistent. I cannot going out. All right. Sorry, back. You have to be persistent and consistent. I tell everyone that comes to me, you know, I just helped a gentleman who was having problems getting his links and stuff, and he said, now, how do we talk about traffic? When it comes to traffic, there are so many different ways that you can get traffic. With the internet, literally, the options are limitless. You can find stuff everywhere. Like literally everywhere. Instagram is awesome. My friend Call just released a ebook, so you guys definitely check her out. It's Call Morgan Hunt. She's on my friends list. Definitely check her out. She just released this ebook. She is awesome, especially when it comes to getting motivation, leads. If you have any questions, if you guys need technical support kind of questions, my buddy Rod Allred, he's on my thing as well. Absolutely key, like on point. Something else is your drive. You absolutely need to have a drive. Your goals should be your drive. Something that you can reach for. My goal right now is to become financially stable. And yes, I've had to invest money into my business, but I'm going to be making that money back. That's something that you always need to be able to focus on. Yes, you have to invest to make money. If you want to succeed, you have to invest. It doesn't matter what you're trying to do, what company you're trying to start. You need to be able to invest. If it means that you sign up for the OSP, the $37 a month, that's great. That's great. You get two people to sign up underneath you for the OSP, your $37 a month is covered. So that right there is already paying you back plus profit, because you're going to be getting money back. So that's a goal. That is a drive. You want to drive to that. You need to self-motivate. You know, a lot of people are like, there's so many things going on in my life right now. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I've had a bad roommate situation going on, and we are looking at the possibility of eviction. That is something that me and my husband are going through right now, and it sucks. And we have been looking for places, and, you know, we don't have the money to make up for what our bad roommate situation caused. And so that's putting us in a little bit of a financial burden. But you will not see me, like, if you've looked at all of my posts and stuff, you will not see me down about it. Because, yes, things are tough right now, and things are happening right now that can be hard. But guess what? That is right now. Tomorrow could be a completely different situation. You know, by the end of today, things could change. Things could happen. As long as you keep your drive, you will be successful. You will absolutely be successful. I cannot tell you enough. You have to have your drive. You have to stay positive. Sorry. You have to stay positive. You have to be motivated. And even if things are bad around you, like, I might be living in my car in a week. I don't know. It depends if we can't find a place or so. You know, things happen. Things happen that are out of your control. But as long as you don't dwell on those things and you keep the positive outlook. My last name's Smiley. I don't have time to be sad. Like, seriously, I do not have time. So yeah, things suck right now. But guess what? Guess what? I'm happy all the time. People will not see me down. And my friend Heather has known me since 7th grade. Right, Heather? Yeah, 7th grade. So we've known each other forever. And there's been so many things that I have failed on, so many things I've succeeded on. There's so many things that I've wanted to accomplish in my life. And she's seen me on the high, and she's seen me on the low. And she's seeing me right now, and she knows that I am on my high right now. I am completely on my high. And I absolutely love helping people. That is one thing that has been a big part of my life, is being able to help people. I'm the black sheep of my family, and my family doesn't like the things that I do and the way I do things, and the fact that my head is shaved on both sides and I kind of have a mohawk. I don't fit into normal. I'm not normal. I refuse to be average. I want to be extreme. I want to be out there. I have goals that I want to be. I want to be a very accomplished plus size model. That is something that drives me. And I absolutely love being different, putting myself out there, talking to people, meeting new people. I don't know a stranger. I absolutely do not know a stranger. I can talk to anyone. I can have any kind of conversation. It's just who I am. I absolutely love being able to communicate with people, help people. And, you know, I have people coming to me that are needing help on Online Sales Pro. I just learned Online Sales Pro. I've been on there 2 weeks now. 2 weeks. I've been on Online Sales Pro. And I've had quite a few leads. You know, not an outstanding amount, which is okay because I'm new and I'm learning. But I've already been able to mentor people because I caught on so fast to it that I'm able to help other people out with it. And not just people who are doing Digital Altitude and Online Sales Pro to make income. People that have different kinds of businesses. People who, you know, have outside businesses that have nothing to do with, you know, Online Sales Pro. People who are, you know, do Avon or let's say Plexus or Herbalife, and they're able to now automate their system because I'm like, hey, you guys can bring this in here, get your leads in, and then you have the stuff in there so you can be able to contact them. Call has been able to help me with my autoresponder and help me be able to get connected with my contacts and stuff in my leads, and with that I'm getting more leads. Like each week I'm gaining. My first week I think I had like 7 or 8, and this past week I had 13 and 14, and I'm already on I think 6 or 7, and it's like day 2 of the fresh week. So you can definitely get leads free. You just have to have the drive to do it. If you're going to sit there and you're going to whine and complain and, oh, this is hard and I need this and I need that and someone needs to help me, you need to be able to take the initiative to do it yourself. Because yes, there is mentors, there is people to help you, there is people that can help you plan, but you need to be able to do it yourself too. I am on Instagram, I am on Snapchat, I am on Tumblr, I am on Facebook, I'm on YouTube. I am out there constantly, and I go to the store and I slip my business cards into price tags. Why? Because it's fun. Today when we were at Denny's, I left some of my business flyers for Digital Altitude on tables. Just left them there. I figured why not. We went to go look at a place and I left my business card in there too. So it's just anywhere you go you can have traffic. Just tell someone, hey, you know, they ask, what do you do for a living? I work from home. I work for my pajamas. You know, whatever. I do anything and everything I want because I can. And yes, things are financially hard right now and it sucks, but guess what? In the end, things will pay off. Hard work, dedication, consistency, they will pay off, I promise you. So after Drive, which is something that just, I tell you one more time, if you are driven and you get your name out there, get your brand out there, you will be successful. And stay on top of it. Don't just do it like one day for a couple hours and then be done, and then the next day do it for another couple hours and then be done. You need to be consistent. If you look at Fraser McDonald, and which, by the way, Fraser, I hope you have a very safe trip to Thailand. I'm completely jealous that you're in business class right now. I've never flown business class and it looks totally cool. So I hope you have a complete, fun, safe trip, and I hope you have fun with your drone too, because that looks awesome. Completely awesome. But Vincent Ortega, Michael Force, you know, all these people who are trying to be out there and they're motivated. Grady, he is motivated, and you watch his webinars and stuff, and just his messages and his live stuff. He's very, very persistent. He's consistent, and he has a drive, and he wants to share that with you. You know, that's exactly what Online Sales Pros and Digital Altitude is. You know, it's be able to give you a business that is in a box, like, well, not a physical box, but in a online portal box, whatever. I'm like voguing over here. But anyway, it's literally a system that you can take and make it your own. You can take it and you can implement it in any business that you have, but you have to have the drive to do it. If you're just going to do it for a couple days and just be done, you're not going to succeed in it. You have to be able to be consistent, have the drive completely. Another thing is you need to have a plan. You know, a couple weeks ago when I signed up for Digital Altitude, I was sitting there filling out applications and Craigslist and everything, and I was upset and I was crying and I was just really down and depressed. And then these two happy, chipper guys come on the screen and they're like, hey, look at my life, look how awesome this is, and I do it from my phone. And I'm like, what? You do it from your phone? And they're like, yeah, I do it from my phone. You know, I wasn't really talking to them, but you know, figuratively. So after that, I decided to make a plan. My head was going through with all of these crazy, crazy ideas, and just nonstop, just things just coming in like, how can I do this? How can I do this? You know, and I'm watching the steps from Digital Altitude, and my head's just going crazy, like mind blown. And I'm just sitting here and I'm thinking, gosh, you know, there are so many cool things that you can do. And, you know, just trying to bring it all together and write it down. One thing, always keep a pad of paper and a pencil near you, because there is so many things that are going to go through your head and so many ideas. You need to be able to write them down, and then you add those things to your plan. You need to have a plan. I cannot stress that enough. You need to have a plan. If you don't have a plan, things are going to go haywire. They're going to go crazy. After a plan, you need to, sorry, I had a phone call coming in, so I canceled it. After your plan, you need to have action. You need to be able to act on the things that you have wrote down. You know, one of the things that first came to me was, hey, I already have a lot of followers on Instagram, so why not use that as my main thing right there? So I started out, I think, with, I think it was 1,800 people on my Instagram when I started, and now I have over 2,800, and it's been 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I'm just hitting my 2-week mark. So I have gained over 1,000 followers in a week. Literally in a week. And what I did is I watched YouTube. That was my plan, is learn as much as I can. I read books. I listened to ebooks while I was driving. I was out doing some Ubering and whatnot. Ubering's fun. If you guys ever want to meet new people, it's a great way to network. Definitely a great way to network. But while I was Ubering, I was listening to my ebooks. So I'm driving there and I'm getting motivation as I'm just doing that. And I had things come to my mind, so when I would stop, I would write them down. Even in my car, I kept a pen and paper. So I would write down everything that was going through my head. You know, what my name was going to be, what my brand was going to be, how I was going to set it up, how I was going to get ads going out, you know, how much I was going to be able to spend on, you know, advertising, you know, just things like that. And plus, you know, everything that's going on in my personal life, I wanted to make sure that everything was in a plan. And if you look in some of my photos on Instagram and on Facebook, you will see my planner. I don't know if I have it here with me. I think it might be in my car still, but I have a planner, and I don't have it right here with me. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere. It might be packed already. I don't know. Actually, no. I think it's right here. Hold on one second. Yep, it's right here. It's stuck in my drawer. Hold on one second, guys. Alright, so I have a planner, and in my planner, this is just notes. I write down everything, like literally everything. We're at the end of September, so I'm getting ready to go the next month, but I use the month prior for all my sticky notes. So anything when it comes to bills and everything, I keep in my planner. I like to be well balanced. I like to be informed. I drive my husband absolutely insane because I'm like, hey, we have this, 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 and this that we have to do. And he's just like, oh my God, please just like shoot me. But, you know, it's really important that you stay organized, that you're diligent, that you know exactly what you're doing, and have a plan. Take action on your plan. You know, so that's something that is very, very important. I'm going to be doing a live thing later when I figure out how to do the computer and the camera all at once. I'm still learning it. So, I'm still learning it. But I'm going to be able to show you guys how to do certain things. Because a lot of you are having problems connecting your links, so on and so forth. So I'm going to be able to help you guys, you know, connect that. But this is just, I wanted you guys to understand, you know, what I'm trying to get across when it comes to your goals, your drive, your plan, and your action. That is something that every business needs. And if you don't have that, get it. Like, seriously, get it. Like, right now, start it. Make a collage. Take some magazines. Cut them out. Make your goals. Sorry, I had a phone call again. Literally, Google. You can save the photos and make a collage right on your phone. Make a collage. Share it. Share it with people. After this video, I will share my collage that I made that absolutely means a lot to me. So, you guys stay tuned. I thank you all that came in to share and watch. I can't thank you guys enough. Continue to follow me, and I will talk to you guys soon. So, bye.